Kamal Mahajan as well, the government's case is this, that kahan jayenge? If there's a Hindu who's persecuted in Afghanistan, Hindu who's persecuted in Bangladesh, there are so many Islamic countries in our neighborhood, where will these poor Hindus go? They have to come to India.
We are propounding a very dangerous philosophy and a course of action, not warranted at all by the Constitution of India. And we have forgotten certain key articles of the Constitution as to the kind of India that the Constitution requires us to have. First of all, every Indian citizen has a fundamental duty to create and to enable a composite cultural heritage. Why do we forget that? We are bound constitutionally and legally to create an India of a composite cultural heritage. We want to change it, we can change it. We can amend that part of the Constitution, but so far that has not been done. Now what does this mean? This means that we go to a very ignored article which is now after 70 years coming into the picture in the Supreme Court and also is a part of a political debate, and that is Article 29. The fundamental right of each one of us to conserve our script, our language, and above all, our culture. And culture is what? It's ways of living together. That's what culture is, and it has been officially defined in the 11th plan document, which dealt with this subject, that culture is ways of living together. If that continues to be the national definition, then what is the framework in which we do this? The framework is the unity and integrity of India, the preamble of the Constitution. Now, Article 29 required us to do a lot of homework. It required a mapping of the various cultures of India, and the cultural belts of India are well known. But it required us to do homework and then pin it down specifically to preserve and enable that fundamental right. Every government has a responsibility to enable Indian citizens to enforce their fundamental right. That has not been done by any political party, unfortunately, very unfortunate. So today, the whole debate about identity and authenticity has got mixed up in a vacuum without talking about the constitutional process of identity and the constitutional process of authenticity. We are a nation and we are a democracy precisely because we consist of cultural minorities. Please stop talking about population ratios. Please stop talking about other things, about neighborhoods and all. We are cultural minorities, and therefore that takes us to another area, and that is who are minorities. Do we calculate them on the basis of population, or do we calculate or do we see them on the basis of cultures? And that requires maybe a rethinking of all the Supreme Court decisions so far on minorities, because Article 29 has never come into those decisions in a major way or debated in a major way. The fundamental right to preserve your script, your language, and your culture. And therefore today, the demand is for a cultural citizenship. The demand, please, the politicians have a way of turning everything topsy-turvy into politics, no reference to the Constitution of India. No. Now coming to the CAB. Do we need the CAB? There is enough law today under the Passports Act, the the Expulsion Act, the Foreigners Order, to keep out whomsoever you want and to allow whomsoever you feel like.